Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this wonderful event for this land trust. Although I no longer own land in the Cacapon watershed, I continue to support its protection because of its importance to forests, farms, clean water, wildlife, and to local and far-off communities. In my view, the watershed contains sacred grounds that God placed on this earth for our enjoyment and even our eventual survival. The reason I believe this is because of the many years that I owned 437 acres in Hampshire County and grew over time to love both the land and the people. In fact, I also had a dream during that time that I would like to share with you. This dream has remained imprinted in my memory since then. Parts of it come back to me even now. I think of it when I lie on open ground, looking at the clouds in the sky, which I like to call God's breath. In my dream, I am in a land much like our Cacapon Valley, only it goes on forever. Its mountains and gentle lowlands teem with fish and wildlife. It is occupied by farms and small communities with neighbor-loving neighbor. In this valley, I am welcomed with open arms everywhere I travel. Crowded highways, noisy factories, housing developments, and shopping malls simply do not exist. God's creation is intact, an endless place for me to hunt, fish, and explore during an autumn that never ends. And I am a young man again with boundless energy. I awake each day with the joy of knowing I will be exploring new ground with my two English setters. And during my journeys, old friends long ago will materialize. We will joke the way we used to, perhaps even sharing together the excitement of a covey of quail rising from broom sedge on a crisp autumn day. And sometimes in my dream, I arrive at a stream with a beautiful, slow-moving current and observe a young man fly fishing with great skill and with even greater joy in his eyes. He casts effortlessly, his fly line floating on the surface of the water in search of trout. That young man is my father, no longer confined to the room in the wheelchair that were his constant companions during the last years of his life. His memories of the war in which he fought for our country are gone, replaced with those of love and peace. As the afternoon shadows grow near, it's time to head home. With my two bird dogs beside me, I watch the sun slowly dip behind my beloved mountains. As I walk, a hand gently arrives on my shoulder and rests there. I smile, but I don't even need to look up. God is there beside me, keeping me company on my way home. Only a dream? Well, perhaps. But it's the way that I am most comfortable when I think about the hereafter. Others in this audience may think differently, and that's just fine with me. Believe me, I'm not here as a prophet, preacher, spiritual advisor, or a fortune teller. I'm just like many of you, an imperfect person who is trying to do the right thing in an imperfect world, failing often, but getting up and trying again and again. Frankly, it's what's happening on this earth today that I'm concerned about as a result of neglect, selfishness, and human population pressure. I therefore sincerely hope that you have a strong love for nature and the sacred ground that is slowly disappearing from this watershed. Whatever your dream might be for the Cacapon watershed, it will come to pass only if you care for its protection. Ladies and gentlemen, we may never be able to save the natural world in its entirety, but we can try to save it one small piece at a time. And you can help by donating to this wonderful land trust that is making a critical difference to its mission to permanently protect important lands in this watershed. And whether you donate or not, whether you feel the same way as I do, I leave you with one final thought. I hope that you will enjoy this event with love and laughter, renewing old friendships and making new ones. And when you depart for home, I pray that you will go gently into this world. Thank you.